Good morning. I'm going to be talking today about long division, and we're going to be using some signed integers with these. So um, grab some graph paper, grab your assignment notebook, open to page 165, and pause the video while you go get that if you don't have it already. I'm opening up my assignment notebook to page 165 because that's where my multiplication table is. And if you are not super quick or super strong with your multiplication facts, this will be very helpful today. So we're going to have some problems where you have your dividend being divided by a divisor to find the quotient, and sometimes your divisor is less than 20. And you'll notice that your multiplication table is a 20 by 20 multiplication table. So if that is the case, it might be that your division can be done just by looking up the work. So 77 divided by 11, okay? So I can zoom in here on 11, and you may know this multiplication fact. 11 times 7 is 77. So without doing any work, just looking up the answer, if you don't already know, not 7, negative 7, because we're negative divided by a positive is going to be a negative answer. Just like with our multiplication, when the signs are the same, your answer will be positive. When the signs are different, your answer is going to be negative. 162 divided by 9. So if I go down the 9 column, I find 162 across from 18. So 18 negative, because the signs are different in our dividend and divisor. When I go down 18, then I look, I find 360 under 20. Here it is right there. 360 is 18 times 20. So signs are the same, so this is positive. I'm looking underneath the 6 now to find 84. It's 14. Positive divided by a positive is positive. I'm looking under the 8 now, and I don't find 384. 384 is not there. So now we got to do something different because it's not a fact. Okay, so 384 divided by 8. This is where your graph paper is going to come in handy. Okay, so for number 5, remember when you put division problems in the brackets, don't put that bracket at the top of the page because we need to put our answers up top. So 384, that's the divisor, the dividend. It goes on the inside. 8 is your divisor. It goes on the outside. So can you take 8 from 3? No, you cannot. How many 8s can you pull out of 38? The biggest number underneath 8, the biggest number under 8 that is less than 38 is 32. 8 times 4 is 32. So I'm going to put the 4 over the 8 in 38. 8 times 4, 32 under the 38. Subtract there. And notice that each number has its own box. I'll get to this 4 later. Subtracting 2 from 8, I get 6. 3 from 3 gives me 0. I bring down the 4. Now I know that 8 times 8 is 64. And when I subtract, I get a remainder 0. So my division is done. If I didn't get a 0 in this work, I did something wrong. So positive divided by a positive, this answer is 48. Next problem, 468 divided by negative 12. So I'm looking underneath the 12, and I don't see a 468. So for number 6, I've got to set the 468 on the inside. Make this a little bit longer. And I got negative 12 here, so my answer is going to be a negative because the signs are different on my dividend and divisor. Underneath the 12, 3 rows under, I find 36. That's the biggest number that's less than 46. I can't take 12 from 4. Subtracting, I get 10, bring down the 8, and I know 9 times 12 is 108. Subtract again, I get nothing remaining. So negative 39 is my quotient for number 6. Number 7, I got negative 28 as my divisor. That is bigger than my 20 by 20 grid. So I'm just going to put this right over here. I'm not even going to look on my multiplication table. That's the grid I was referring to. So 476, and it's negative. 28, and it is negative. Can you take 28 from 4? No, but you can take it from 47 one time. 1 times 28 is 28. And I don't worry about the signs. I just subtract after borrowing, and that gives me 19. I bring down the 6, and now I got to try to figure out how many 28s can I pull from 196. This is where you might want to do a little multiplying on the side, right? So maybe 5 times will work. So I do a little multiplying. Hope they're not coming for you. 40 and then 14. So 140 is not enough. I can go bigger than that. So let's try 7 times 28. You see this little guess and check here. 6 carry the 5, 14 and 5, 1. That's what I want, 196. So I put my 7 up here. That's 196. Again, 1 digit for every box. When I subtract, I get nothing left. So my answer, 17. And again, signs are the same, so my answer is positive. All right. 475 divided by 19. 19 is in my 20 by 20 grid, but when I look down the 19, I don't get to 475. So, one more time, I'm going to put the 475 inside and the 19 outside. Pause the video. Try number 8 on your own. Okay, so 475 was negative divided by positive 19, so I knew my answer was negative. I couldn't take 19 from 4, but I took it from 47 twice. Again, 2 times 19 is 38. So then I subtracted. I had 9 left over. I brought down to 5. I looked under the 19. 5 times 19 was 95. Subtracted. Had nothing left. So I know my answer, again, is negative because the signs are different. Negative 25. So what changes when we have a horizontal division bar? Not a whole bunch. This is the inside. This is the outside. You might want to write that down. In divided by the out. Because when we change fractions to decimals, we're going to need to know which one goes on the inside of our little brackets. So if we do number 9, the 3575 is going to go in the bracket. It's negative, and the 65 on the outside. This one's a little trickier, so pause the video, and you might have to do a little bit of the scratch work off to the side to figure out how to get the best answer for this. I'll be back in a moment.
Exactly, it made her stop.
Hi.
Hi.
You guys want to do the announcements of the year?
Matt.
I did notice. So one, maybe good thing.
No, Brad was taking it to another level. In here. And he's like, I was figuring it out. He's like, no, he's not kidding. This one that cried and whined, so he didn't. Again. Yeah, so, yeah, so Jaden and I went and got our flu shot.
That was your Friday wake-up call. Sorry. Good morning, Sigmund Middle School. It is Friday, October 9th, with our song of the day. Per request, Sarah Franklin.
I was in the middle of recording the license, and I looked up and saw the dog, and I thought,
Big Bucks at Dancing with Yourself. Stay classy, Sycamore.
I can smell it. Like, it was nasty. It smelled like Kingsway back in the day. You know, like, no. Everybody said no. Except for this, because I think it's dirty. It's me. But then she found on Facebook that people are like, does it smell like it's burning? And then people are like, yeah, it smells like a dirty ashtray. Thank you.
That makes sense now. Like, I saw that.
because they say that they could.
Okay, but I felt better that other people were behind me in the support of, like.
But it was not the Cisco, reserve.
No.
Or the nature center. It was not that, because I walked by that yesterday
No.
and it was, all, well, not green anymore, but it certainly was not black. It should smell like cigarette.
No, it was like dirty ashtray,
Yeah,
like, back in the day.
back in the day.
Back in the day.
Because dirty ashtrays don't smell
Well,
like
I'm
that anymore.
just saying,
They
like,
just used to, back when you were smoking.
well, it's not as noticeable.
Were you ever a smoker?
No, I've never, the only thing I've done is alcohol.
I've actually never smoked a cigarette.
Me
I've
neither.
never even taken a puff.
The only
Never
thing-
even a drip.
I chewed one.
Yeah, I chew a lot.
Oh, only one.
I chewed for several years.
Did you?
Stole and then wrote that. Then,
Yeah.
my dentist was like, you need to stop. We're going to.
You're not like a chewer to me. Like,
It was baseball. It was baseball and softball.
that's true, because I think it's, like, you're too,
You claim for that?
yeah. Like, I was trying to think.
Well, thank you.
Like, I'm more, like, really trashy.
I'm not trashy enough for that.
Yeah, you're not trashy at all. That's, that came out wrong. But yeah, like, I'm like, like you're, like farmers, but now baseball.
I was never late.
That's true. This is probably a good.
So,
Right out of the parking lot, back in.
no, actually, there was just more a brief,
Okay.
but, it's a ticket. Yeah, like, you're, actually, yeah.
that we have to use returnable 990 dollars. So that was very
Wow.
close.
I forgot my keys, I thought it was.
Give me your stuff, man. I didn't mean it that way. Yeah. No, I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. No, marijuana, nothing ever.
That was wrong.
Oh yeah, but I'm a very it's going to surprise you. I'm a control freak. Surprised? Yeah, I thought you were shocked. So like forever. Oh yeah. For the first time in forever.
Okay, I'm gonna go finish my video.
I thought you
Good
wanted
luck.
me to sing to you.
You did. It was lovely. Thank you.
That's right.
Hey, so I guessed that maybe because 5 times 60 was 300 and 5 times 70 was 350. I guessed that maybe 5 times 65 would be what I'd want to pull from 357. And when I subtract that, I get 32. I brought down the 5 and I looked again. I was, oh my gosh, here's another 325. And I just had a 325. So I put the second 5 here and subtract the 325. Again, I have nothing remaining. And I found my answer. So negative divided by a negative is a positive, and it's positive 55. Okay? So one more, right? So this 3869 is going to go on the inside because it's in over the out. 73 on the out. This is going to be a negative answer. So I'm going to put the negative right here too, because I know it's going to be negative because the signs are different. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, so can I take 70 from 3? No. Can I take it from 38? No. Can I take it from 386? Sure, I can take 70 from 386. So I'm going to try 73 times something. And I know 70 times 5 is 350, right? So maybe try 5, and this is where I'll go because I'm going to be pulling it from 786. So that'll get you started. Pause the video, find the quotient. Okay, so I tried 5, like I suggested, and it was 365. So when I subtracted and I had 21, I knew that was big enough. If I would have subtracted and had something more than 73, I know my 5 would not have been big enough. So I would have needed to try something else. So I tried 5, it worked, subtracted, brought down the 9. Over here, I did a little scratch work, and I found out that 73 times 3 is 219, so nothing remaining, and my quotient is negative 53. So find a piece of graph paper if you don't already have one, or flip this one over, and you can get started on your integer division homework. Remember, use the multiplication table as much as you can, but then when you have to, put it in the brackets, and start doing your work. Good luck.